Coach Robert, man, 30 years in the shoe. For those of you that don't know the prison culture, that means he was locked away from everyone for 30 years. And now he's a free man. He's a free man and a GOGI coach. And now he is on tablets throughout the United States teaching people how to be GOGI. It's a wonderful story of transformation. I think you're going to feel very, very inspired.
Yes.
Isn't that a big deal? Like when you first got home, wasn't it kind of like, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to get onto a Zoom and a Teams and a this and a that? Was it difficult for you?
Oh, definitely. Technology was like, oh man. I remember when they first gave me a phone when I first got out. And I was like,
don't tell me they gave you a phone when you were on the inside. I don't want to hear that.
No. I'm talking when I paroled, they had a phone for me. No. And so I was like, what am I going to do with this phone?
Yes.
just play with it. Yeah, but technology was it's a problem, and not only for me, for a lot of returning citizens, it is technology is a problem. You know, the computer.
Coach Rafael Figueroa.
Yes.
Found suitable. He's going to go home, but he made a course, cell phone addiction, and how to utilize the GOGI Life Tools to overcome the addiction to cell phones. So we're going to put that on the Adobo tablets.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I'm familiar with it because he has shared it with me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe we'll get you back on when Coach Carlson starts putting this course together, and you can be like a credible messenger on how to work on that.
Absolutely.
I have a little bit of a surprise for you before we get Coach Carlson. Come here. Coach Carlson's actually in the office. Very rarely is she here. She's usually
awesome.
in her own office. She's in my office now.
Hey, hi, Coach. Good to see you.
How are you? You look wonderful.
Oh, thank you. You guys look amazing yourselves.
He's a college graduate.
I know. Congratulations. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but I'm so proud of you. That's so cool.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was special.
Today, we're actually talking about how to navigate education post-incarceration. How on earth did you do it? You did a college education, you're working several jobs, you're moving from here to there, you're buying a car. I want you to share how you navigated being able to get a college education, a college degree, and certifications while managing everything else. So we're going to talk about that. So make sure you send her the pictures.
That's a challenge for all of us, just someone. Overcome what you've overcome. So it's so good to see you, and congratulations.
You and I both keep putting off going back to college. She says, I'm busy. I should get another degree. I'm busy. Here, Coach Robert gets out of prison, has everything he has to do, and he gets his degree before we do. So you put us to shame.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
One other thing, stay with me, Coach Carlson. One other thing that we're going to talk about is you actually spoke with Coach Rafael Figueroa, and he talked a little bit about the sound therapy, the new area that GOGI is entering, which is more the inner GOGI. We've been the brain part of GOGI. Here are your tools, and here's how to use them. We're now integrating that into yoga, into sound, into meditation, into all other areas that a lot of people utilize. And then we're going to talk a little bit about that, but I have another surprise for you. Carolina, Lisa.
I think they're dispersed. Let me
Okay, go get them. So you spoke with Coach Rafael.
Yes.
He's going home.
Yeah, he's going home, I think, around September, early September.
Well,
so
I hate to say this. I hope he does not go home in September, because we're going to be bringing our cameras into Ironwood State Prison, C Yard, in September. And if he's already gone, it'll be fine. I know he wants to go home, but if he could just go home October 1st, we're happy. I'm wondering, would he ask, could we ask him to stay just a few extra days? He ain't going to do it. He ain't going to do it. Totally. Let me call the girls over. Lisa, Coach Carlson. So Raphael's going to tell you about all the sound stuff, but I want you to meet the women responsible. They're co-creating this. This is Caroline.
Caroline.
This is Lisa. Caroline is from Scotland, and Lisa is from London, England. And Coach Carlson, come over here real quick.
Overseas.
This is a little bit of a surprise. Very few people get this. It's your birthday in a couple days, so here's happy birthday.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Coach Robert. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing.
You're officially an old man now. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Nice meeting you, ladies.
We're working on developing additional sound techniques. So as we do the GOGI workshops and as people log into the GOGI icon to learn more about GOGI, they're going to be able to hear soundscapes and everything like that. So I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, you know.
Carlson, will you do me a favor? Could you close my door? And then we're going to focus on some pretty intense stuff. So we'll keep it quiet in that area.
Anything you need, just text me.
If I need you, I'm going to just holla.
Yeah.
Holla.
Holla.
Okay, so you finished one of our courses. This was domestic violence.
Yes, I did domestic violence.
Then, you did a lot of them. You did this is your community coach certificate.
Oh, is that mine right there?
Yeah, this is yours.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And you also, I'm gonna mail you these full versions. This is your thesis project.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
So we talked a little bit about Coach Raphael doing the cell phone addiction. That's his second thesis project, but you wrote a thesis project that got you this certificate. And Coach Raphael, he did the cellular addiction, so he's cell phone addiction. So we're going to give him another certificate for that.
Awesome.
But today, I know there's a big question. It's kind of how do I do this? How do I do that? For me, I want to know, how on earth did you manage everything that you have? Family, friends, you work out like a fiend. If you were to show us your biceps, you got all these muscles going on. It's true. You've got caseload, you've got family, you're traveling here and there with family. You drive a great distance to be with your family. You've got all this certification stuff you're doing. And then now we're going to be seeing pictures of you in a cap and gown. I know our students wonder, how is that done? It sounds good, but how do I do it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for one, because I've been asked, hey, how you do all this? You do so much. And I tell them, you know what? The same energy that I put into the criminal lifestyle, I transfer that into building myself. The same energy, the same drive, and that's how I've been doing it.
Is that how you got to be such a good criminal?
Putting my energy, yeah. I mean, that was the main focus. Trying better ways to build up my reputation.
Yes.
And so all that negative stuff. I mean, you know how to get rid of one thing, you have to replace it with another. So, I replaced it for that criminal thinking with community thinking.
I love that. I have always said that the finest leaders are really addicts. And instead of becoming addicted to the criminal lifestyle or the gang or the family or the whatever, or the heroin or the meth or the dealing or whatever, instead of becoming obsessed with that, become addicted to being of service. It's more satisfying, it's less expensive, and it lets you sleep better at night. Would you say that that's pretty accurate?
Very, very accurate. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, being a criminal, all that, the satisfaction is short term. The instant gratification, once you have it, and it's gone. Now, when you're doing something good, something that's helping others, that satisfaction and the rewards are lasting. And so now, I mean, I'm like, man, no, this takes less energy, because a criminal, you got to maintain the lies, you got to manipulate, you got to do all these things. And when when you're living a healthy lifestyle, you don't got to do all that. You could be yourself. You don't have to wear a mask.
Do you think that most individuals who enter into that gang or drug lifestyle, do you think they are wearing a mask? Do you think they're just criminal? They were just born that way, born into the family. There are some individuals who really don't know people who aren't involved in that stuff. Their entire neighborhood, their entire community, their entire family. Could it be that they're just born to live that way? Or do they have to put a mask on to be that criminal or be? What are your thoughts on that? Are some people just born that way and there's no hope? Or what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on that, I know nobody's born a criminal or with that criminal mindset or grows up saying, I want to be a criminal, I want to be a murderer. I mean, it's something that you develop through, trauma, bullying. You build up those insecurity. And so I think every criminal wears a mask. Because there's some kind of insecurity within themselves. Yeah, but they're hiding something. They're not happy with who they are as a person, so they have to portray somebody else. So for years, I was my moniker. I mean, Robert was nobody. He was a little weak. In my perception, he was just a little weakling. But the moniker, he was somebody else. He was somebody that was respected. He mattered. I mean, and people looked up to him. So, but now all this, I mean, for example, every time I wore different masks. When I used to go to a committee, I wore a mask. I tried manipulate the staff there, and I wore but on the yard I wore a different mask. The tough guy. When I went to visit, my parents came. I wore a different mask. I was loving and caring with my parents. That was somebody else. But once I went back to the yard, I went back to being my moniker. So yeah, I mean, criminals wear a variety of masks for different reasons.
What's it like to not have that mask? Like for me, I think it would be safe. It's safe. It allows me to be something and, do other things. What was it like for you to set aside that mask and say, no, I am Robert. I am worthy. I am capable. I am a good man. How hard was it to go from Robert the moniker to Robert the man that we're talking to today?
Yeah, it was difficult because for years, I just responded or answered to a moniker. Because I remember one time I was walking. Finally, I was released from the SHU to the general population, and I remember I was walking the yard with another guy, and then he tells me, "Hey, somebody's calling you." So I turn around, and it tells me, "Hey, man, I've been calling you and stuff." I go, and he was calling me Robert, and that's when I first started going by Robert. So I didn't even recognize my own name.
Wow, seriously? So yeah. unless they were calling you by your moniker, it didn't even register to you that my name is Robert?
Yeah, exactly. And then that's when it dawned. I go, man, it was like mind blowing. I go, man, this guy, I don't even recognize myself. But it was a process. But I know now Robert. I mean, I do like Robert. I do like myself. I do like the person that I am today. I mean, so there's no shame in being Robert. I'm proud of who I am. Wherever I go is the same person that you see. I don't change up. I mean, and I love it. It's very gratifying. People know me. Robert has a good reputation. I mean, so I'm likable. I mean, I'm proud of who I am.
So you got a degree. What was your degree in?
My degree was it's for the drug addiction counseling.
So you are now, is it a license or a certification or a degree? What? In addition to Coach Robert, who are you? You're what?
I'm a drug counselor. Yes,
yes.
The certificate I received gives me that title. However, I still, to become a certified counselor, I still have to take my state exam, which is the ICRC exam, which I should be taking soon. I'm gonna submit my application tomorrow, and then I just gotta set a date for my exam, and then I'll be certified, and I'll be certified counselor Robert.
I love it. So let's say I'm sitting on a 2-inch mattress in an 8-foot cell, and I'm only known as my moniker, or I'm only known as the meth addict, or I'm only known as the person that can't kick heroin, or I'm only known as that impulsive person whose fist gets raised every time somebody, let's say I define myself a certain way, and I hate it. I don't like it. What are the steps? How do I do what you do?
I mean, well, it was a process. I mean, for me, it was I didn't really like what was going on. I know I wanted to make changes in my life, but what held me back was that I was afraid of what others would think about me. I was afraid of who I would be without the gang, and who I would know, and who would my moniker be. And so those things held me back. But once I had a little push, I mean, to finally make it was either continuing waking up to the same misery, or give myself a chance to something to live differently. And I chose to live differently. So there were those steps. It was a process. I mean, there was times that I questioned myself whether I had done the right thing. But as time went by, I started getting more comfortable with that choice. And once I was introduced to GOGI, that even strengthened my mindset. Building up.
A lot of people say that, Coach Robert. A lot of people say, I didn't like how my life was going. I didn't want this moniker. I didn't want this addiction. And then GOGI came along. What is it about GOGI that makes it? Oh, meet my cat.
Hey, what's his name?
She's a she. Come on.
That's her name.
Can't you tell by the little bow? And she's just so proper. This is a princess, I'm telling you. She is. Her name is Mrs.
Mrs. Oh, okay.
She loves to be on camera. I do believe she was a movie star in a past pet life. She was probably Lassie on the TV show. And,
there you go.
Yeah, she always likes to grab attention. So we're just going to let her photobomb in the back. So tell me, what is it about GOGI that actually gives people the incentive or the courage to move beyond the moniker? They move beyond the moniker with GOGI, and then they start taking classes and this and that. What is that? Because we're finding it across the nation is people are saying, I wanted to change. And then I found GOGI, and then change was easy. And now I'm doing this and this and this and this and this. What is it about the GOGI Life Tools and about GOGI that made it easier for you?
I think the tools, well, at least they're very helpful in reconstructing your mindset little by little. I mean, because like positive steps, it's like positive. I mean, not positive. I was thinking about my job. Positive thinking. I mean, it's like when you question yourself: Is this thought conducive to what I want to do? Is this thought positive? So, and when you start questioning these things, like, well, you know what? That thought right there was in something that I would be proud of manifesting. So no, you know what? It's not well. So just stopping for a moment and questioning myself. One tends to question this. Okay, well, this wasn't a positive, so I bet let's change it up. So that's what helped me, make the process a little easier.
So would you say like the tools of choice, positive thoughts, positive words, positive actions was the first set of tools that you learned, or how did that go about?
Well, I mean, the first tools, it was about the mindset, the positive. What's it? Just the belly breathing,
pretty much just learning. I'm boss of my brain. I got belly breathing. I got my 5-second light switch.
Yeah, those were questions because I mean, even though I mean, I'm saying these tools are, I mean, they're not things they're made up. No, they're. I mean, it has to do with the brain, with boss of my brain. With which is the front of the brain, and then the emotional part that was the where you question your emotions and the whole part. So when I learned those things, I started like, oh, okay. So I learned to pause when I was getting angry, and know that I'm okay. I took a break, did some belly breathing, and I go, okay, what's going on? What part of my brain am I using? Okay, I'm using the emotional part. Okay, so that pause gave me the time to use the boss of my brain. That part.
So would you say that moving beyond the moniker was impossible, difficult? Anybody can do it. What would you say if I'd been known as Little Coach T all my life, and in my neighborhood I'm Little Coach T, and I want to move beyond that to something else? Is it impossible? Can you move beyond the moniker, and what does it take?
Yeah, you definitely can move beyond your moniker, and it just takes the effort, the wanting to change. Because if you don't have no desire to change, you're gonna see these tools like, oh man, and this, because I heard other people say, man, they suck because in their heart they don't want to change. So, but once you're open to change, these tools are key, are very powerful.
Do you think truly they don't want to change, or are they afraid?
Yeah, I mean, I could say, you know what, I would say that from my experience, they're afraid, because I know I've spoken to other individuals when I was on the inside, and privately they would share with me, I want to make changes, but I don't know, I don't know how the other guys are going to think about me. They had that fear of who they would be without their friends, or they still care too much what others thought. So they were, in their heart, they want to make those changes, but because they were afraid, they wouldn't take that step. And so when they were around their friends, they would act all macho, that who suck. But I noticed that a lot of guys will say those things, but in their heart, they did want to make changes, because later on, I spoke to one of now he changed his life. I mean, he's making better choices. He's facilitating, but in the beginning, he was one of those guys in class being disruptive. And later on, when we had a talk, he goes, man, I do want to make change, but I mean, I did want to make change in my life, but at the time, I just I was afraid, and so that's why I acted like that. But he even thanked me, thank you for at least planting the seed in my head, and so I mean, I go, okay, but that's part. I mean, there's a lot of fear that people don't want to make take those steps.
Yeah, here's what I think. To have a culture that hurts people, that hurts your parents, hurts your family, it just hurts. It causes pain across the board. And to have a moniker that really endorses that you have to be brave to actually be so entrenched in that. So anybody that has that moniker has a certain level of bravery, because you have to betray your family. You have to betray any God that you might exist. You have to betray society. You have to betray everybody and all social norms for positivity. Couldn't they take that bravery and overcome the fear of change and become brave about being the solution? Couldn't they use that same like you said, level of commitment that they enter that world with, not caring who they hurt? Can't they move into being a solution in community, not caring what they're leaving behind? Couldn't they use that same determination?
No, absolutely, and that's one of my has been one of my keys that I share. I went everything, all that energy and drive that I put into the lifestyle, I put it into the thing out here in society. Being positive, giving back to the community, building myself, helping others is the same concept. Like I mentioned, and I learned that in CGA to change one thing, to remove one thing, you have to replace it with another.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
So I replace that negativity to the positivity.
Yeah. What are some of the other organizations that on the inside you were involved with? You did GOGI, you did CGA. What were what other support systems did you have? Did you go to chapel? Did you have a religious belief? Did you have an educational foundation? What did you grab a hold of?
Yeah. You know what? When I first arrived to Ironwood, this was in 1997. Yeah, and so by then I was already I had left high desert with the GOGI tools. I had already started doing things. So when I got there, I befriended some of the guys in the yard that they had already been in self-help for a while. And one of them was Edwin Paragas. I don't know if you have met him.
Yes.
Yes, he was one of my mentors, and so I remember I went to the chapel because they had invited me to a Buddhist. So it was more like a meditation class. So they invited me, and so I went there, and Edwin introduced me to some of the guys, and I go, man, this is cool. So I started going to the chapel. We would go meditate, and then we would just have volunteer groups. So it was like 5 of us. So I remember we were in the little room talking about self-help, and I'd be looking at them like I didn't know what they were saying. I mean, I didn't understand the lingo, but I felt awkward, uncomfortable, but I knew that I stayed because I knew that I needed to be in that room with them, and I learned a lot from them. They became my mentors, friends, individuals to follow as an example, and eventually they all went home, and I stepped into their shoes. And now I was helping others, running, going to the chapel, running a GOGI, doing the power up. I was facilitating Victim Impact, which was another one of my favorites because Victim Impact was one of the groups that really touched me, and I came to understand the harm that I had caused, because I know there was a healing dialogue. They had invited a survivor that came and talked to us about how somebody had killed her sister, and she shared her story of what she went through and the hate that she had. Eventually, she forgave, and that was just a powerful and that got me to thinking, man, this is what I put to a family through, and that really hit me. And from there, I mean, it was hard. It was hard to face, to actually, because for a long time I was in denial, and I didn't think about my victim. I didn't think about his family, and finally, when it was time to actually face, what I have done, I mean, it was hard. It was hard, and that's something that never leaves you. I still struggle with it. Because there's times that I feel guilty because I'm out here living life, got a second chance. God's been good to me. But however, I think about Ramon, and I think about his family. They don't I have all this, but they don't have their love in their lives. So I feel guilty, and but I learned. I have my tools, so I'm able to move forward. I don't let that guilt or that shame that comes the surface at times, put me down. I move forward because the way I live my life, I'm honoring Ramon.
I am so happy to hear you say that. So by living your life of integrity, being a solution, you are actually honoring your victims.
Yes.
I love that, because I know for a lot of people, it's very difficult to move beyond their choices and their actions. So I'm happy to hear that. I do want to, we are almost out of time, but I do want to hear what Coach Raphael said about the recent GOGI workshop. Tell me, he called you because that was an allowed phone call. He didn't have a cell phone.
No.
Right. Of course not. He's on his way home. He's not going to do anything to jeopardize that. What did he say about our visit, and what were some of his thoughts?
Well, I mean, he was excited. He goes, "Hey, guess what?" He goes, "Hey, yeah, well, what happened?" He goes, "Oh, Coach Taylor was over here." I go, "Coach Taylor?" I go, "Oh, all right. What's going on?" I go, "We had a class," and he mentioned Caroline. And he goes, "Is that right? I thought he was talking about GOGI Mom." And he goes, "No,
Oh,
that's
yeah."
And I go, "Oh, okay, so what's going on?" I go, "Yeah, well, no, it was good. Coach Taylor talked about this new thing that's going on, and she invited me to once I get out to maybe come back to Ironwood and do that. I think the Zoom meetings."
Yes. One thing that we are doing is when an institution makes it available, and when we have volunteers to do it, we can connect to an institution and offer a GOGI meeting. So Coach Raphael knows that prison very, very well. And I'd like to have him help coordinate these Teams meetings. The first one we're going to have has 50 participants signed up. So it's going to be me and 50 participants at Ironwood. And then later that day, another 50. So 100 guys on that yard are going to connect via Teams. And then when Raphael is out, because it's Teams, it doesn't require a lot of clearance. He's going to be able to run those GOGI meetings on Teams.
Yeah, he was telling about that. And I go, he was excited. I go, well, that's good. I mean, he explained the whole process to me. I go, oh, okay. Because at first I had told him, you know what, because one of the things one of my mistakes was coming out here and seeing some of my friends that came home before me or a little bit after me, and they already had things going on, car, they had all this, and I was like, man, I'm falling behind. So I started putting a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
But eventually, I mean, I had a good friends, I got a therapist, and I shared my thoughts on that. And so they made me see that, hey, no, each person, has their own, the way they do things. Maybe they have more help, more resources available. They help them, but everybody has their time and they saw it. And they helped me see, look, well, they put me, well, what have you accomplished? So I started looking back and I go, wow, I've done quite a bit. So, yeah, I mean, just continue. And so at the end, I was able to refocus. I mean, I removed some of the stuff that I didn't need to be doing, and I just focused on the things that were going to take me to where I wanted to be at, to the education, and so.
I am so proud of you. And when we get increasing number of letters from all across the United States, they're saying, how do I become a face of GOGI? I want to be a face of GOGI. Would you say that you are a face of GOGI?
Yeah, I would say yes, 100%.
I want you to send to Coach Carlson the picture of you and I at Starbucks. Remember when we met at Starbucks?
Yeah. Do you have I don't think I have coach's. I don't think I have her phone number.
Okay, send it to my email. Send it to my email and I'll forward, and all your graduation pictures, because I want to make sure that this video, we get to show some pictures, including the picture of you and I at Starbucks.
Oh, awesome. I will send them.
And be prepared for fan mail, because that's going to come at you, Coach Robert.
I look forward to it.
I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me today. I really, really appreciate it.
Of course.
I'm proud of you, and I'll see you at Starbucks soon.
That's right.
All right, dear. Thank you very much.
GOGI for life.
Always GOGI for life. I am a face of GOGI.
Yes, you are. You're I refer to you as our guru.
I'm the guru. If you only knew how much I don't know. I'm like GOGI for life. I'm an LWAP. I can't move beyond the tools because I need them so badly. I keep going to parole board and they keep saying, nope, keep doing it, keep doing it. I get my denials all the time. All righty, dear. I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you.
Bye.
All the GOGI Life Tools books are available on Amazon.
Go, I got the tools to live by.